All right, welcome back, everybody. Um, where we're going today is I'm at Karazhan with my druid. I've run it once already. I'm just coming through here, and we're starting to gather some Burning Crusade leather. This is by far the most efficient way to get leather for Burning Crusade, at least that I know of. If anyone knows of a better route or a better way to do this, please let me know. Um, but as far as I'm concerned, you come in here, you AoE all these bats. You don't kill the boss if you happen to spawn it. It shouldn't spawn if you don't kill the spiders, I don't think. So you just kind of run past the spiders, you come in here, round up all the bats. And I usually do it in two separate groups. You could probably round them up all together, but I just don't want stuff to disappear before I end up getting it, and then you just sit here and spam skin. Um, and you can level your skinning to 75 quite quickly this way. And get lots of knot hide leather, which currently is selling for about 9 gold apiece. Kind of like a little money printer here. Obviously, we're going to end up using all of it, but you can do this 10 times an hour, right? So you come in here, start grabbing some more bats if you can aggro them. All right, and then you get the dogs too, and the dogs drop fell hides as well. I think these are selling for about 25 gold apiece. But really, same thing here. You get a bunch of greens. And it looks like 2 runs now. This has gotten my skinning all the way up to max. Here's working in Hellfire, the achievement for obtaining 75 skill points in an Outland category of 2 professions. I don't know which other one I have at 75, but there we go. So in 2 runs, I've gotten 137 leather, 55, what is this, scraps, not hide leather scraps, which is just because I didn't have the skill, and I've gotten 3 fell hides. So you can see that's like 1400 gold. It took me about 3 minutes. Pretty good gold farm, as long as it's moving on the auction house and it's selling efficiently. Um, we're gonna just reset this a few more times here. And when we're done this morning kind of farming, I'm gonna farm this, and I'm gonna farm um, maybe some ore on my my paladin. I'm kind of starting to try to gear up to do Burning Crusade professions. Um, Not that I'm anywhere near done with classic ones, but I want to be able to at least get my army of characters to be able to learn the patterns I'm finding. And I don't know how much leather I'm going to need. I assume it's in the multiple thousands range. Um, I wonder if there's a database somewhere that says that. Maybe I'll look that up after this run real quick. Starting to get more Fellhide. Maybe that's because we're max rank. I don't know. Maybe it's just luck this run. We still do get scraps from time to time. I don't know whether there's a rhyme or reason behind why. If it's a certain mob type or just kind of luck of the draw. So yeah, fell hides are selling for like 17, 21 gold a piece is the average, I guess. But yeah, if I remember correctly, you need like 10 leather to then make a heavy leather or something along those lines, and then like you need tons and tons of the heavy leather to craft stuff and to level and everything else. Karazhan. Let me check real quick. I want to see if I look at the leveling guide here. Just to level leatherworking itself, it says it requires 1,340 leather, and 32 fell hides. So, and it also says it requires 32 thick cleft hoof leather, which obviously we aren't getting here. We could probably make up for that by going a little bit over on one of the other ingredients. So you probably need about 20 runs of this place to be able to max out leatherworking. Obviously it goes very quickly, so it's not that big of a deal. You get a bunch of greens and stuff while you're in here too. What the heck? I'm still getting attacked. Okay. Okay, so even though it seems like I'm getting a ton of leather, needing 1,300 to just level it is a lot. A lot more than we currently have. I don't want to totally burn myself out on farming. I don't need to complete this today 100% or anything like that. Just kind of getting a feel for how quickly and how much I'll need to farm here. And when I'm done farming today, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna farm ore, probably try to get some more arcane crystals, get that all going this morning. I might even run a couple AQ runs this morning. Let me change my title actually. Change my stream title here. I assume, Bayo, you're another bot, so I'm going to time that out, because literally every stream I get people asking me to add them on Discord, and it's against the chat rules I've set up. So, if you're not a bot, you can chat again in 10 minutes. So yeah, so this morning we're gonna be farming to get my Burning Crusade professions kind of going. I'm gonna be farming more in case I get a Thunder Fury this week. I have 3 opportunities at it now since I've gotten all those bindings. Okay, just checking something real quick. Okay. Um, so I'll do this one, and then I'll do one more run after this, and then kind of, I don't want to like instance lock my druid or anything. How come these bats aren't aggroing? Alright, there we go. What's going on? Aggro, please. Jump right through them. I'm not even max level. I'm 53. Oh, stunned. Okay. Ooh, Thundering Skyfire Diamond. Nice pattern. And that's the type of stuff that I'm farming this Burning Crusade stuff for, because I'm getting lots of patterns, and I can't learn a lot of them, and they're taking up lots of bank space. I guess I'll pull up all the things. I should be at exactly 12%, 12.01, okay. I did go through after the last stream, and I kind of cleaned up the bags of my Death Knight a little bit, and I sent over all the transmogs that I found in Sunwell and the various raids that I did there that obviously Death Knight did not have set pieces for. So I tried to go through and learn them on some characters. I think there's still some left in my bank that I can learn as well. So there might be a couple more transmog pieces to learn there. Gonna hopefully hit 13% today. You're gonna say that's crazy, that's a lot of things, but I'm gonna do when I'm done farming today, I'm gonna do a Warlords of Draenor World Tour. And the way those instances work is you can run them on multiple difficulties each week. I'm gonna open up my garrison on at least 1 Alliance and 1 Horde character. There's a lot of stuff you can do with the garrison, including getting like a bind on account ring, an heirloom ring from your fishing, not fishing, whatever it is, the shipyard kind of missions. I've never actually gotten that before, so I'd like to get that going. I don't know what you actually have to do for that, to be honest. So I'm gonna just try to get a garrison up, Horde side and Alliance side, get them to tier 3 as quickly as I can. And then the main reasoning behind doing that is that there are those jukebox like music scrolls all over Azeroth, basically, and they are collected per character. And unless they've changed it, it used to be per character. And then there's an achievement to get all of them, and they are also different Horde side and Alliance side. So that's something we need to kind of farm. I don't think I want to say the pattern or the the music scrolls have like a 5% drop chance from the bosses that they come from, so I want to make sure that I get that opened early on the main characters that we're going to farm on. I think I've decided I'm going to main my Death Knight for Midnight. So I think I'm going to start focusing on my Death Knight. That engineering pattern I found in Sunwell in the last stream did not sell, so we will end up leveling engineering at some point here, and we will learn it ourselves. It was on the auction house for 200 something thousand gold, so I figured I had to give it a shot. If it would have sold, I don't even know what I would have done with that much gold. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to accumulate 1,000,000 gold, and then do a stream where I just do a buying spree off the auction house. Once I get 1,000,000, and it'll take me a long time to get 1,000,000 because I'm not really selling anything. But I think that'll give me probably a pretty significant boost to our percentage here. I'll end up buying like whites and green transmogs and everything. I'll set a gold limit. Maybe it'll be 500 gold at that point. And then anything cheaper than 500 gold I don't have the transmog for, we just buy and we learn. And that's how I'll do that. And then we can see if there's anything, you know, kind of rare on the auction house that has a good price, like, you know, using like the TSM deals thing or whatever to see if there's anything good. Maybe search a little bit on Undermine to see if there's anything good, you know, region-wide out there. Yeah, that's kind of my plan as far as gold is concerned. I have a little bit of gold. It's not all that much. All right, so we got about a fourth of what you need. I've done about 5 or 6 runs here. I don't know exactly. This will take a couple sessions of me going through and doing this stuff. So here we're gonna get some transmogs. Let's see how many we get. We're at 23,156 to start today. So we got one from gray items. And then, what? I went up a percentage. I'm at the exact same number. Am I crazy? Alright, well, what did we get there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like 6 transmogs. Take that. And I got another one of these satchels, which gave me gloves, which I already have, and a happy fun sphere and some other junk. So let's get this jewel crafting pattern over to a jewel crafter.
Well, spit it out.
So I do have 18,000 gold in the bank here. Let's deposit 2,000, make it an even 20. Whoops. This unit is not a banker. It does not have... What? This unit is not a banker, does not have access to the bank. What? Okay, are the warbands busted? Warbands might be busted. Alright, we're gonna chill with that, I guess. So Outland Herbalism, oh, that's the other one that I have maxed, is maxed as well. I must have maxed that at some point. I'm gonna log over to my Paladin and go grab some ore now. I'm gonna need lots and lots and lots of arcane crystals. I have 5 bars and 3 crystals right now, so that puts me at 8, maybe 9 if I get a lucky proc. I need 100 for Thunder Fury, right? So I want to be able to craft that when I get it, so I'm gonna have to do some farming here. And I'll probably farm for, I don't know, 30 to 45 minutes here, and then maybe I'll do some outland farming, finish leveling my my mining out there as well. just slowly start getting these um, professions up for Burning Crusade as well. So I want to just mark it off on my sheet here. My Druid is 75 out of 75. Uh, Herbalism, or I guess 80 out of 80. I don't know that makes a difference at all, but I'll just put it the correct way. 80 out of 80. Um, and now it's time for the Paladin. So, oh, I got a lot of stuff here in my bags too. Blacksmithing. See, I'm getting. This is what I mean. Like, I got Northrend blacksmithing patterns here, so I'm gonna want to level my Northrend blacksmith, which is this paladin.
I calibrated my prices
I
to
have
be
ones for
reasonable.
Outland here, and they're just starting to really accumulate. And this is mining for Outland, so I'm gonna keep that in my bags for now. The bank is currently unavailable. That is very unfortunate. Okay, so warbands, I guess, are actually down. They were working this morning, a couple hours ago. I did see a post saying that they were working on them. I don't know what exactly is wrong with them, but they're not working. So, I guess for now, we are warbandless. Which is a good time to just farm, right? So, what's the best way to get? I guess going to Mount Hyjal and then going to Winter Spring is probably the best place to get thorium. Convert value transform 102 gold. What do you have to do for that? What am I converting it to? Oh, no, because you can't get. I wonder, because you can't get arcane crystals from what's the jewel crafting thing called? Prospecting. So I don't know how you get that. Out here is a good farm too for ore. Alright, here we are, Winter Spring. And for those watching on YouTube, I'm going to separate this out today. I'm going to do a video of kind of the collection piece here with the farming and stuff like that. And then I'm going to do another video of the opening of the garrisons. And then we'll do the last one of the world tour for today. Wow, there's a lot of Timbermaw hold too. I have to get Exalted Timbermaw with both Horde and Alliance, huh? It's kind of crazy. Let's see, I'm looking for vendors. Plans Frostguard. I don't need that on this character. Omelet is good. Winter Spring Cub. Pattern. I didn't do the quest for that. Imp. Dawn's Edge is good. Schematics, don't need that. Alright. There's a lot to unpack in this zone here. There's a lot of vendors to kind of get stuff from. So we're gonna kind of hop around and try to see if we can grab any of that stuff while we're here. Also, while kind of focusing on getting the ore that we want. So true silver ore is selling for 5 gold a piece, so it's not very much. It doesn't look like star rubies are selling for pretty much anything. Thorium is about 4 gold apiece, and the dense stone is about 7 silver each. So not a ton of gold from this farm. Not that I'll be spending it really. I guess what I can do is I could put on loot appraiser so you can see how much the average region sale would be. So we'll do this for I don't know, 30 or 45 minutes. So like that ore netted me 19 gold from that rich thorium. There we go, arcane crystal. Those are what I need. Those are also going to be the big ticket items as it comes to looted value. Blue sapphires are 2 gold, nothing too much there. I'm not gonna bother going into any caves or anything up here. There are so many ore spawns all over the place. There's a huge emerald. Looks like my first NPC is this way, so we're gonna just hit him real quick to see if he has this pattern that we're looking for. And then we'll get back on the old ore grind here. I assume he's here somewhere. Frostguard.
What brings you here?
Plans. Frostguard. Sweet. I guess I don't need this open really anymore. I didn't quest this zone yet, obviously, so my percentage is very low. Yeah, I'll have to take a stop in here at Everlook. I'm probably gonna do ore farm out here till I get 10 arcane crystals, and then once I get 10, I'll hop over to Burning Crusade. And then after that, I'll probably hop over to Northrend and do some Cobalt and Serenite farming. Maybe, or maybe I'll just do more, just like make it a Burning Crusade session. I need so much of the Burning Crusade ore. I don't have any. I did level out there a little bit, farming in the Grand, I think it was, and it just was so slow. It was, I didn't get much of anything when I was out there, like, you know, like maybe 30 or 40 of each ore. But you need like hundreds and hundreds of each ore. I was kind of wondering if I would come across a better way of farming that, but I haven't yet. Like, I want a zone that's populated like this, you know what I mean? As I say that, this has absolutely no ore. Okay. There's usually like tons here, you hit like 5 or 6 usually in a row. Alright, where are we? Was there not just an ore there? Did it disappear? Alright, got one on each side here. There's somebody else out here mining, that's the problem. Is he a bot? Might be a bot.
I need to get closer.
Just the way that he kind of flew into that ore over there, it was kind of weird. What? You can get 2 arcane crystals per ore? Whoa. That's the first time I've seen that. And I've done a lot of mining. 0 complaints. That's awesome. That'll do one of 2 things. That one might drive the price down a little bit, and then 2, will make it significantly easier to farm my 200. Or basically, yeah, I basically need 200, I think. Portal to Stormwind. For what? What the hell is this? Huh. Okay. Sorry about that. I have to answer a couple text messages. Let's keep going here. There we go. Was that 4 so far? Definitely take that. So I got 4 here, and what? Yeah, I can see my warband. Duh. I think I have 3 in the bank and then 5 bars, so that put me at 9, not 12 total. I said I'll need 100, so we're a ways off. Not gonna farm all of that now, it would drive me insane. I just, when I do farming sessions like this, I try to keep them to like a 30 to 45 minutes at a time type deal. And then I switch up what I'm farming, and I'll go farm something else for 30 or 45 minutes, and it keeps it a little more fresh when I do that. I'm really hoping I can 100% Molten Core this week. It's getting real close. Outside of the reputation, right? Like, there's nothing you can do about this. I need to do 8 more runs, so it's going to be 8 more weeks before I can call Molten Core, I guess, officially 100% complete. But if I can get every item and every transmog out of it, you know, for the time being, I can just go run it once a week. I don't even have to do that on stream, and then I'll just do the last one on stream when the reputation is done. So with all the crafting I did, I still haven't hit like any of these yet. It's crazy. Just kind of looking at it, I think it's because almost every single one of these crafts is going to require arcane crystals, and I haven't been using them. I don't really I guess I need true silver still, but I feel like I don't. It's kind of like a waste of time to get it at this point, but I'll just keep farming all the nodes we come across, I guess. So it says I made 1,700 gold so far. I've had to sell everything. It's pretty good, to be honest. In 10 minutes. Probably slightly less than I would have made in Karazhan. But I get instant locked there, and I don't here, right? So. So yeah, it looks like there's a 2-hour maintenance window tomorrow. I'm gonna go a little off script tomorrow, and I think I'm going to finish Final Fantasy 1. I haven't played it in a couple months now. I left off right after we got the first crystal. And since the game's gonna be down for a couple hours anyway, and it's gonna be down both here and Burning Crusade for 2 hours apparently, so it's not like I could even pivot to the other one. I just want to kind of complete Final Fantasy. I'll probably do a couple parts of Final Fantasy in that time frame. Hey, there's another one. And then back to regularly scheduled programming on Wednesday. Wednesday is kind of gonna be the day that we go through, do our weekly chores, for lack of a better term. We'll do our molten cores and our anexias and all that type of stuff on Wednesdays. So, and I usually use Monday as kind of like a cleanup day, but I've decided that I just wanted to do something a little bit different, and it looks like a lot of people wanted to watch the Burning Crusade World Tour. So I'm gonna do that I'm gonna do a world tour of every expansion, and then I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna say, hey, we're not leaving this instance until we 100% it, and then we're gonna go through one instance at a time, and just start 100%ing things. And then questing we'll get back to after midnight. Kind of calms down. Since we got like 2 weeks, it's easier to kind of focus. You know, like actually it's like what 11 days now. Well, we got I don't really want to focus too much on questing and kind of get left, you know, somewhere without getting much done or anything like that. So it's gonna be world tours and instance grinding until midnight release, and then after midnight release, it's going to be back into questing after midnight finally comes down, probably a couple months. So it's going to be a little time off of questing here while we knock out everything there is to do in midnight. So which guy am I looking for here? Somewhere here? Dawn's Edge. Don't have that. Okay, he doesn't have it right now. Wait, hold on. What must have completed the quest Black Rock Depths, Jewel of Depths before he'll sell you the plans. Interesting. Did not know about that at all. We'll just vendor that and this, and that probably won't sell for anything, so that's fine. Alright, and then the other NPC. Cook, maybe?
I got what you need.
What am I looking for here? Monster Omelet. There we go.
Be good.
So we'll collect that. about halfway done with the amount of crystals I wanted to get per session here. So I guess we're only halfway done with the time too. I said I was gonna spend 30 or 45 minutes doing it, so it's only been 15. Starting to feel like it's been a while though. I guess getting 5 crystals in one loop is really good. I would assume that's really good. If I can get more than that, I'd be pretty shocked actually. Probably have to get past where this guy was just farming, since he was going the opposite way from me. Yeah. There's a bunch in that cave there, but I'm not gonna go that way for right now. It just takes too long when you're hopping in and out of cave systems, unless there's like a ton in the cave and it's a small cave, like kind of like the one in what's it called? Swamp of Sorrows. But this cave is huge here, and without really having a good sprint, Paladin. So yeah, I think I'm gonna play melee for midnight. That's how I'm gonna start anyway. I'm gonna start on. I'm gonna start my Death Knight. I'm gonna play Frost Dual Wield. I think that's the meta spec right now, so that will hopefully assist me in getting into groups for Mythic Plus and for raids and stuff. And then second class, I'm thinking right now I'm gonna play that Demon Hunter that I played in Legion Remix. I kind of enjoyed Demon Hunter. Rotation seems easy. Again, melee. Um, the only other class I was really thinking of playing would be some sort of a shaman, probably Ellie, for like a ranged class. And then if I'm gonna tank, I might do it on warrior. I really do enjoy warrior tanking. It's like I like it way better than paladin tanking, to be honest. I've just always played a paladin, that's why I started with one here. But I feel like midnight's as good a time of ever as to main switch to something different. I think I always stayed to my paladin because I felt obligated to, for the guilds I was with and for all of the items I had on it. I had like a lot of the cool like legacy items that weren't in the game anymore, you know, like the tier 3 and like that type of stuff. Back in the day, like the legacy mounts, the ones from doing Trial of the Grand Crusader without dying and stuff like that. I had like all that really cool stuff, and I kind of felt like, oh, I have to keep playing this character because it has all that. But now that everything is kind of account wide, And I'm playing a new account, right? I'm not playing that account right now. I don't feel that obligation to play this paladin, even though it is the character I geared partially here. Um, Gearing will be so easy in in every expansion. You'll just get, 40 or 100 item levels on what I currently have in a day or two. It's like, I think the achievements, what is it here? 233 with every slot, 220 with every slot. So 220, I assume is like dungeon gear, and then the 233 will be like raid gear. So that's 100 item levels up on what I'm wearing right now. Um, which means that as you level like 120 is like 130 is gonna be like nothing. I mean, you'll replace it pretty quickly. So, that being said, the Death Knight at 102 should get some significant upgrades right off the rip, and then we can just kind of cruise along. But yeah, I'm gonna level one Horde and one Alliance character through the quests. We'll do every quest in every zone, get it all completed. Um, and then I will level all of my other characters after that in the instances to try to get all the gear from the instances completed. And when I do all that, I'll kind of evaluate where I'm at and if I'm gonna do Mythic Plus or if I'm gonna raid or what I'm gonna do in Midnight PvP. Um, I don't know that I would PvP on a Death Knight or a Demon Hunter. I might go back to a Warrior for PvP. I don't know. Uh, but yeah, like there's gonna be so many different things to collect and places to go and see. And I haven't looked into any of it. I haven't played beta. I haven't played alpha. Any I haven't really watched any streams of Midnight because I just kind of don't want to ruin it for myself. So I'm kind of in the dark about a lot of it. Same with player housing. I know player housing came out a while ago. I've done literally nothing with it yet. I haven't looked into it. I mean, I've seen pictures of people posting these insane houses on Twitter or whatever else, but um, I haven't done any of it myself other than collecting some random decor that I've come across. Um, so eventually we'll get into that too. I'm trying not to spread myself so thin though, but I do know with a new expansion coming, I want to get all the exploration achievements done for Midnight. We're going achievement heavy in Midnight. We're going to do all these exploration achievements. We're going to do all the quest achievements in Midnight. Um, and then after that, we'll probably try to do all the delves in Midnight, all these delve achievements in Midnight as well. Will I 100% delves? Maybe, maybe not. But will I get all the achievements done? Absolutely. So that's my Midnight kind of plan. And that might not all happen first tier of Midnight. It might happen second or third tier of Midnight that I go through and do all that stuff. But I'm going to try to at least get the quests and the exploration done first tier to 100% complete. That way it kind of I feel like that kind of opens things up for me. Like if hey, I'm complete with Midnight. I've done everything I can do with the resources I have. There's nothing else for me to earn or achieve or to try to farm in Midnight, then I feel like it's easier for me to go back and say, okay, let's tackle another expansion now, and then kind of get back to what I'm doing here. And I didn't do that with the War Within just because it's over, right? Like I did all the quests for the most part. I'm still missing this last quest here to go do that one instance. Um, where'd the ore go? Where'd the ore go? I just did like this whole loop. I don't think I got like any ore. I don't even see anybody else mining. But yeah, that's kind of the plans going forward here. Uh, Again, might sidetrack, might deviate off what I'm thinking right now when I see how Midnight is. You know, there might be instances in Midnight that have 800 million transmogs, and I'll never get them all when I level my characters through them, and then I might decide I'm not going back to that afterwards, or I don't know. I might decide I want to run things in story mode because there's something that gives you more gold that way. Like, I know that people do that right now for tailoring in War Within. They level tailoring, they max it out, and then they go into story mode and like clear the first room of this instance and make tons and tons of gold doing it. There are lots of options that we'll have uh, in the War Within, and I'm gonna try to make a lot of gold. Um, that's the number one thing I want to do, and then do all the achievements. Um, and then collecting it to 100% will come later, right? You can't loot that right now. Alright, I've got competition here. Approaching my 30 minutes. Anyway, grab a couple more ore, and then we're gonna go to Burning Crusade, because these bots or whatever these are flying around getting ore right now are stealing all my ore. There's apparently a lot of them. And they might not be bots, they might be people just like me, but I doubt that there's tons of them. Oh, there we go. That's 8 arcane crystals so far. It's a pretty good haul for 28 minutes. Fell a little short. I did get a dupe in that first run, so in the first 15 I got that 2x, so that might have been why I got 5 in the first 15 minutes, but maybe I can get one more before the 30's up. So yeah, I said I was going to do AQ40 before, and I can't really do that right now because my warband isn't accessible unless they fixed it. I can go check. But if they made that post last night on their Twitter feed, and it's not fixed yet, I'm not very hopeful in warbands working at all today. So good day to go do a world tour of a different region. Alright, so we hit 30 minutes. I made about 4,000 gold. It's 8,000 gold an hour, average. It's not the worst farm in the world. It's not probably not the best either. Anything else right here before I kind of move on? Looks like there's an ore over here. We'll go back to this one and then we'll call it there. Alright, let's hearth out of here. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to Um, let's see. Blacksmithing, Outland. Fell Ore Farming Guide. Hellfire, Terrakar, or Zanger Marsh. Alright, so I guess we're going to Hellfire. Alright, so I'm going to try to farm 100 fell iron bars, so 200 ore. That being said, I do have to hop on the phone real quick.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
So I'm gonna fly out here and I'm gonna just mute and talk on the phone real quick to the people I have to talk to, and then I'll unmute in, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, and then we can continue on. I'm still gonna farm about 200 ore. So I'll try to respond in chat if anybody is here and has questions. But for now, it's just ore farming until I get back off of the phone. So I will talk to you all in a bit.
It's too far away. I need to get closer. Each day is a blessing.
So far we've gotten about 5,000 gold worth of ore and extracurricular things that drop from this ore. I was hoping I'd get a little bit more Eternium than 2 in 136 ore. Maybe it drops more frequently from the Adamantite, which is the next level ore. I do need, what did it say, 102 bars to max out my blacksmithing, and that doesn't count for engineering or anything else that might require fell iron. So the 142 ore I have right now is not even close to enough. It is 2 ore per bar, I believe. So just for blacksmithing, I'll need 200 some odd ore. I'm only going to do this to the 30-minute marker, and then we're just going to log over to my Death Knight, and we're going to start doing some of the garrison stuff and some of the Warlords of Draenor stuff. Get this percentage going up. I did get medium rare there when I was on the phone. One of the rares spawned, and we got a helm. Apparently it sells for like 900 gold. I will probably just sell it to a vendor to get the transmog. Those transmogs from the rares out here are going to be the tough ones to farm in Burning Crusade, so I want to make sure that I get all of them that I can that drop. Obviously, if I get a dupe of something, I'll definitely put that up on the auction house. So as far as mining goes, I don't think I got any. No, I'm still at 55 out of 75. I'd kind of like to finish that off, so I'm going to just stop this session here. So yeah, we got a decent amount of progress there, and I'm going to, well, if I see ore, I'm going to stop and get it, but I'm going to fly over to where the Adamantite is more prevalent, and we're going to try to get this up to 75. And I guess I should check my mining journal for this, and Eternium I can still get, hardened Adamantite, so I have to basically train, and then if I farm a whole bunch of Adamantite and stuff, I can make fell steel bars and stuff like that, to kind of level my mining the rest of the way. If mining the actual Adamantite itself doesn't give me a skill up, I'm not sure if it does at this point or not at 55. That'd be like one of those things where you need to find like the rich ore only. I'll check up here above the city, and then I'll hop down to the trainer and farm those those not farm. I'll hop down to the trainer and train those couple recipes that I can learn at this point. Alright, what do we got here? Here's our first Adamantite. It is yellow. Alright, so it will level us, which is fantastic. There we go, 56. So 20 more levels on ore. And there's some Eternium, and there's some gems. We'll come over here to the Scryer's tier, and we'll just learn any of the mining that I can learn. I don't think I've even done anything with blacksmithing at all here, have I? No, it's at level 1. Okay, so mining. Alright, the rest of the mining is at, recipes are at 75, so we'll head back at 75 and get the rest. So it looks like Adamantite sells for about 11 gold apiece. Fell Iron is slightly more, about 17 gold apiece. 14 I have, apparently. So you can see where I kind of float I was flying around out here to level this originally. I want to check Mantite farming guide. See if there's a better spot. Nah, it's just these outdoor zones. I was kind of hoping there would be like an instance where you can get like a ton of this stuff. I know that you can mine the second boss in, what's it called? Mount Tombs. But obviously you can only do that, 10 times an hour. You can clear towards him. It basically gives you like the equivalent of like a rich adamantite deposit when you do it, I think. Which is cool and all, but it's really not enough. So you're better off just flying around out here, I guess. Apparently the Isle of Aldenos has too. I wonder. I don't know why people are sending me friend requests on Discord, but is that somebody who joined my Discord? Let's see. I didn't get an alert that anybody joined my Discord, but I'll take a look real quick. No, nobody's joined my Discord. Nobody new anyway. So we just assume that that person's a bot and ignore the request. I do not want to join your spam guild. Although I need to join a guild at some point, but I'm looking for one that has like a couple hundred or a couple thousand achievement points. So to make sure that I can get the heirloom pieces that I don't have. So before I did say that caves were kind of not worth going into. Out here, if I see a couple in a cave, I know these caves are kind of small, so I'll hop in. I'll save this druid who's just AFK here, I guess. Bull howl, bowl howl, I don't know. Alright, we got anything back here? 2 rich adamantite in there. Alright, we'll hop in, see if we can get that. Alright, am I going up or down? Where are they? Down. The next one will probably be up or something, right? Yeah. Why would we be on the same level? This cave is one of those caves that's kind of a pain to navigate around. Oh no, it's right here. Perfect. And then we can just go out the front door. Alright. Hey. So we're at, what's our mining at? Did we not level? We're running at 61. Okay. Fell iron. Still need lots of that, so we'll stop down and get it. kind of scoot across through all the areas that usually have adamantite. Hopefully a corium vein or two pops up. Those are like big gold if I'm remembering correctly. We're starting to get Eternium out here, which is excellent because I'm going to need to craft lots of fell steel. So we're going to need lots of Eternium. Another jewel. Which obviously jewel crafting, we'll have to farm lots of this ore and prospect it, or if you get lucky and get the jewels, then you don't need to do that. But there's no way you'll ever get as much as you need, I don't think. So what do we got? We got 42 adamantite at this point. So I think you come down this way. I want to see you come down this way towards like the end of this mountain range here, because sometimes you get some fell iron or whatever else in this area. And then you kind of go by like the consortium town, and then like into the lake. What do we got here? Corium vein. Let's go. Guaranteed skill up and guaranteed lots of gold. Well, lots of gold value. 1,000 gold? Oh my, it's branch golden ore. Yep. That's that good stuff. Alright, so adamantite is green now, unfortunately. I didn't notice that. But I can still get a couple levels from it, I guess. So I might need to get rich adamantite for the last 10 levels, I don't know. Or corium. I would love nothing more than to get 10 corium ore real quick. 10 corium veins. Anything in here? Adamantite deposit. It's back there. Maybe the same thing. Looks like someone's in this cave. It's kind of make my way. Rich adamantite. Alright, that's still orange, so yeah, you can probably get that all the way to 75. Perfect. So we're at 54 adamantite ore, just like 26 bars, which is like 2 of the big the hardened adamantite bars, I think. So not too great in that department. So yeah, I guess I need like 360 of this ore, I guess, to max me out level-wise. Core tooth. I don't remember fighting a rare here, maybe. Maybe it's probably proc or something, I don't know. I thought there was like proc down this way. There's 3 more ore. I guess this is why I probably didn't finish leveling this, huh? Because it just takes so long. It was much better well, I don't want to say better, but it was much easier to farm fill iron, which is crazy because I always thought it was the other way around. Alright, 67. Mining. Let's go over this mining journal. Fell steel does not even give me, and I can't learn corium until 75. That drops into Sunwell, and that is a 75 as well. Okay, so no way to really level it other than just flying around and mining. Yes. This is weird. It's orange. See, just give me a skeleton. No. I didn't think it would. I don't think there's any ore up at the throne of the elements up there. I don't remember there being any up there. Yeah, this guide kind of shows you just bypassing it. These guys can drop primal waters. That would make sense. It's probably a better spot to farm that though. More down in this cave, I guess, that respawned very quickly actually. So I was just here. Was I? Alright, I think that's enough for now. I farmed for basically 45 minutes, so we're gonna stop. Made about 8,000 gold out here in Outland, so that's pretty good for right now. Check if the warbands are running. If they are, we'll deposit all this stuff.
I have an extended supply of goods for
Annihilate.
Outlanders.
I don't really want to join Annihilate. Bank is currently unavailable.
Return
That is
and
not
peruse
very
the
helpful.
inventory
Alright,
again.
what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break. I'm going to end this YouTube stream, and then when we come back, I'm going to hop onto my Demon Hunter, or no, my Death Knight rather, and then we're going to do the Garrison opening. So Twitch, I